try to stay as far away from libraries.
Really? Why is that?
No, it's fine. It's nice. I don't read.
No, dude, me either. The only time I ever read was for school projects.
Yeah, there's a lot of, how you say, a certain type of person that frequents the public library.
The homeless.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm certain. What entrance did you come in? The main entrance?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably saw it.
Yeah, there was a few. And that's fine. They need a place to go, I suppose. But,
yeah, the unhoused, as T-Man
yes.
would call them.
Sorry, I don't. The unhoused. That sounds almost worse.
I know.
It's like, not only are you homeless, unhoused. Like, all right. That's not good.
Did you work today?
I did not,
That's
actually. Yeah, nice-ish. I have to work to make money.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's kind of slow right now. But in about a week, it's going to be crazy again. So
Yeah.
taking in some nice time to just relax a little bit.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm working-ish. I'm just not being paid for it. Like, I ordered new postcards yesterday and going to get those sent out for fall window cleaning. And, yeah, I've got some new yard signs I'm going to order and have to accept invoices, send out some invoices. So
Sounds like a lot of work.
It sounds like a lot. It's actually not that much. I procrastinate a lot, and then it takes me like 3 hours to accept invoices, even though if I did them once a week, it would be like 15 minutes probably.
Yeah.
And technically, I think that's what you're supposed to do, because I've been accepting money from like a month and a half ago, and the way QuickBooks works, this is good podcasting.
Yeah. Business 101.
Yeah. It sees when it gets put in and when the invoice was sent, so they kind of don't like it when it's all thrown off like that.
Oh, okay. I'm a big procrastinator too.
Yeah. This is like probably right in front of my face.
I know. I'm trying to figure out how the best way. I think if you angle it like this.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard.
Like a cool.
Like I'm eating a
really cool guy.
Popsicle.
Yeah.
Well,
something
probably fine.
phallic at least. Yeah. All right.
So, what made you start doing stand-up comedy? Oh, by the way, this is Taylor Knott, everybody.
Oh, hello.
First guest on the pod, first interview.
Excited to be here.
Fellow comedian at the Spokane Comedy Club. We started comedy around the same time, didn't we? July for you? Or August?
August 7th was the first time I went up.
Okay.
When was the first time you went up?
Mine was June 3rd.
Okay.
June 3rd or 4th.
So, close enough.
Yeah.
I don't know when you start calling yourself, I know you said we were comedians. When do you start becoming a comedian or just a guy who goes to an open mic?
I feel like maybe just to call yourself a comedian, you actually have to be paid for it.
Maybe. No, I don't know.
Which neither of us have done yet.
No.
But I think with us, we show up, almost every week.
Yeah.
We sign up every month.
Yeah.
And so we're putting work into it.
Yeah, it's been really fun. You asked me what got me into it. I don't know. I've been asked that a couple times. I don't have a great answer. Yeah. I would say it's kind of funny because my biggest fear is public speaking, for sure.
No, seriously.
So it seems like a weird thing to try, but I don't know. I have the standard answer that the audience has probably heard 100 times. I've always been told I was funny.
Yeah.
I thought I should try it. And then it's been going pretty well. Some weeks are better than others, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's been fun. I feel like I stress myself out over it more than needs to be, just because it's actually nothing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, I need 3 new jokes, and I need them by tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, it's like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, this is none of it's funny.
So do you ever sit down and like make yourself write jokes?
Yeah, I try to do that like once a week for like an hour maybe. I don't know if I've really gotten anything from it. I feel like good material has to come from, I guess, to be a little bit organic.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't take any advice from me. I've been doing it 1 month.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best jokes I've found come from like just doing things during the day and being like, oh, that's funny. I feel like that maybe I could make that funny. But yeah, I still try to write a little bit when I just sit down, and even then I'll be like, okay, what did I do this week? Nothing funny. Okay.
I know. It's a struggle.
So then I'll go back to like old stuff that I never really flushed out. old premises, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And see if I can get anything out of those. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know.
I feel like new premises is so hard because comedy's been a thing for so long. And now that there's the internet, there's so many premises that have already been covered. It's so hard finding an original joke on a premise.
Yeah.
Like a car ride. There's probably thousands of jokes about a car ride.
Right.
So being original about a premise is so hard. So that's why I feel like unique experiences is really helpful. And that's what I do, is like something at work happens, something at the grocery store, something with my friends.
Totally.
And then are you the type of person that writes it down instantly on your phone?
Yeah. The way I like to do it, it's like a 4-step process, and most of the bad ones get taken out within the first step.
How do you know they're bad if you haven't told them yet? You just feel
I just I can't come up with anything. I mean, they'll still be on my phone, and so that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes I'll go back and be like, I couldn't think of anything at the time. Is there something funny now? I'll usually think of something funny. I'll write it down, and then I'll read it. I'll write just like a couple words so I remember it. I'll read it and I'll think, oh, that's not funny. So then I won't do anything with it. Or I'll be like, could be something. And I'll write it on a notebook, and then and then I'll perform it if it is funny. And then a lot of times it's not. So it gets crossed out.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times when I first started writing jokes, I would think of something really funny. I'd be at work, whatever. Yeah. I'd have this whole multiple sentence thing, like, oh, that's hilarious, I could build this. But then I go on my phone and I write down chicken eggs and paper towels, part of the joke. And then I go home later, I'm like,
what is that?
What was this? And then I'm digging in my brain, or I'll look at it a week later and be like, chicken eggs and paper towel, what? And it was really funny at the moment, but now all I have is 3 words.
Should have written down.
So I have to write down more sentences because I'll look back at it later and be like, what was I writing down? That's I've had some jokes lost to that.
Yeah, I've definitely done that. I feel like a lot of times my one of my problems is I will write it out word for word what I'm gonna say, and then I'll be on stage and say it word for word, and then I'm like, there probably could have been something funnier if I just went up with what I was gonna say,
just the premise.
Yeah, and let it kind of see where it goes. I guess, but yeah.
You ever done any riffing? Have you ever gone up there without a practice set of jokes, or at least what you were saying with a premise and not have it completely worked out, but get up on stage and just try to go with it? You done that yet? No,
I haven't. I would be too scared at this point. I mean, maybe when I get better, I'll do something.
Comes with experience.
Yeah. I feel like some of the guys who've been there a while, it seems like maybe they will do that a little bit. They'll just kind of talk
work.
And
I want to be able to do crowd work.
And they're just pretty naturally funny, a lot of them, and so they make it work. But I'm too scared to. Yeah.
I have because I was talking to Chris. Shout out Chris Jessup. Remember that set he had last week with when Vito was there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I went up to after him and was like, dude, that was awesome. You did so well with the crowd. Mm-hmm. And he kind of told me, he's crowd work.
That was funny.
He's like, I've been trying to do more crowd work, and what's really simple, not simple. It's not simple, folks. Crowd work's hard. But he was saying have things prepared. So when the audience says something, when the guy called him stupid, he was like, oh, perfect. Moved into, you know how stupid I am, and then he moved into a joke. He had that prepared. Right. So it is crowd work, but he's got premises. Unless they give him something like microbiology, it's what are you supposed to do with that?
Right.
So
yeah.
But I've seen him a few times do really good at crowd work, and that's something I want to try to get better at.
Yeah, he's funny.
Scary.
I think he's really good. It is harder. I mean, we've talked about it. There needs to be people in that first
front row.
Yeah, because you get up there and the lights are oh, wow. Yeah. That was that definitely made it easier the first time that I went up. And I'm
not seeing anybody there?
Can't see anybody.
Yeah.
I'm just talking to myself, and then I'll hear a laugh. And that feels good. I mean, that's a pretty cool feeling. I a month before the first time I went up at the comedy club, I was asked to MC my friend's wedding. And that was scary. Yeah. Because I, once again, don't like public speaking.
No kidding.
But made a couple jokes, and people laughed. And I was like, oh, I like. What is that feeling? Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to pursue that forever. I honestly don't even know what I want to do with stand-up.
Yeah, because I think I asked you that the first time we met.
Yeah.
Was if you were want to be serious about it, or if this is something you're just kind of trying out.
Yeah. I don't know. If opportunities present themselves, I mean, once again, it's so early, obviously.
Yeah.
Then sure. But yeah, I'm married. I have 2 kids, and I own my own business. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of responsibilities.
Busy, man.
Which is, it's already hard to convince my wife to let me
go out
twice a week when she has to put the kids down by herself. So yeah, I mean, I don't imagine she would, especially in like the phase that would come after like being an open micer, like still unknown, but like you got to travel place to place.
Like a feature, like an
opener. You're not making like a ton of money, but you have to be gone all the time. And so yeah, I don't know. It'd be cool to do local stuff. And then if it does merge into something, and then it does. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't posted any clips. I mean, I posted one story, just to like a handful of people. And people seem to like it.
That's good.
But yeah, I haven't even posted anything. I don't have like a Taylor Knott comedy Instagram or anything. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like totally playing it by ear right now.
Because with us being so brand new, just doing open mics, you could always just be like a host for like the local shows. So like there's the 2 Tacoma areas, which is like 4 or 5 hour drive. If it's worth it, if you're gonna get paid, like they're like, I don't know how much you get paid too. Like I'm so unaware. I know the hosts for open mics get like $20, which is nothing. But
and 2 free drinks, I think.
Yeah,
so that's like
it's like $10 bar tab.
Yeah, that's $30. Plus you get stage time, I guess.
Exactly, you get the most stage time. Is the closer and opener.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could just be a host or feature for local comics that come in.
Yeah.
And I know you get paid more for those positions. I'm pretty sure. I don't think you just get $20 for opening like when Sean Gardini came and hosted,
I would imagine.
I think she got paid more, but I should ask because I actually don't know. I have not been asked to host, so I feel like it's gonna be. How much money
did you make?
Yeah,
yeah.
It's gonna be a road to get there.
Yeah,
but I'm curious because I'm sure you got to show them like you are good enough to host because you have to do the whole spiel of like turn off your cell phones, don't talk, like sign up for the free tickets, whatnot, and and bring up every single comic and like stay confident and like
and forget the lucky bucket.
Oh yeah,
every time,
every single time. But yeah, I feel like they have to wait for you to show them that like you're ready and you're able to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that takes. Could be 6 months, could be a year. Because I asked a lot of those comics have only been doing it for around a year, some a little more.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, I shouldn't say that. A lot have been doing it for years.
Yeah.
But like some of them that are pretty good have been doing it maybe a year to 3 years, and they're hosting a lot. So
nice.
Kind of curious to know how long it takes. That'd be something I'd love to do, but I think I have to still prove that I'm funny.
Yeah. Have you met the manager? I don't remember her name.
I think there's a couple.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a guy too.
I don't know.
I think his name's Sam, I want to say. But I feel like I should be more friendly with them. Like
I've never met either of them.
Yeah, okay.
No, I don't know if that's like, hey, I'm Taylor. Make sure you're watching, please.
Yeah. Please sign me the host.
Yeah, I feel like if it's gonna happen, it'll be organic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I haven't met either of them. Seem nice.
When you sign up, do you put yes, I'd like to host and close?
The first time when I was signing up for September, I didn't. I said no. And then this last time signing up for October dates, I was like, yeah, sure. Whatever. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem that hard to just go up and.
I think the 8-minute set would be a little tough. The closing one.
Yeah.
A lot of jokes for that.
You don't even need to do 8 minutes either. No. I feel like most of them are not doing 8 minutes.
No, yeah.
I would not say I have 8 solid minutes.
I'd like to say I do, but I don't know that.
Yeah. I would say things that have like gotten good reactions, like my best stuff,
jokes, the original.
Combined, I don't know. I'd feel comfortable with like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Then it's also hard to like weave them in and out too. Like sometimes I'll have what I think is like a better joke, but I'll be like, oh, it can't go after that one, but it couldn't go before that one.
Yeah.
And so I like to always have like a transition, basically, even if it's stupid.
Yeah, transitions are hard,
but
especially with different premises.
Yeah, right. So I think I'm actually pretty decent at that, like transitioning from one joke into the other instead of being like blah 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 blah, laugh. Yeah. So, anyway, now here's something completely separate from what I just said, which is hard to do, especially with a 3 to 4 minute set, because you obviously want like a good joke after good joke after good joke.
Don't want to waste any time because you have so little time.
Yeah, but
That's why bombing sucks. Yeah. I've had multiple sets like where you've been there where it's like my first few jokes are funny and then my middle jokes suck and then like maybe my last joke would get, which is so weird because it's like usually when you open up with a funny joke, the crowd warms up to you and likes you and then they'll laugh even when it's like not that funny.
Yeah.
But there's been times where like my first 3 jokes get big laughs and then like my second or like fourth and fifth jokes are like, huh? And I'm like, oh shit, I lost them.
Yeah, I feel
they're
like,
gone.
Yeah, opening like my first joke is like almost always my worst. I like try to build up to like
the funniest one, like
funniest
your best
one,
jokes.
which I don't think is. I've been figuring it out. I don't think it's the right way to go.
Yeah,
I would say come out with a good one. I mean, in a perfect world, they're all funny.
Yeah,
but I feel like opening it has been the toughest for me.
Yeah,
I'm like I want to open with something like. And like yesterday, I was like, "Hey, I'm excited! You know, football's back! Like, woo! You know, I miss Taylor Swift or whatever." Yeah. And that's like a fine-ish joke. It's like pretty stupid and not very creative, but whatever. Not everything needs to be super creative.
Laughed. I'm sure the Swifties laughed.
Yeah. But then, so yeah, I feel like I always need to open with something like that, like here's hey, I'm excited, yeah, instead of just being like. Grab the mic and be like, here's a good joke, but I don't know. Once again, figuring it out.
Yeah, I remember my first ever set in June. You got to learn that like the audience can't see what you can see, and they also can't hear. Like someone in the back can't hear if someone in the front says something. Yeah, like a crowd work joke. And I opened with, it's so dumb. Opened with, my name's CJ, but you can call me later. And I pointed, and like there was a guy in the back that had a white beard, looked like Santa Claus, like straight up, like a bigger guy, white beard. And I was like, I think I just pointed at Santa Claus. And like only my friends and like a few people in the front laughed because they had seen him, but the rest of the audience was like, what? Because you can't see when it's pitch black Santa Claus sitting in the third row. So I thought it was funny because I was like, oh, it's Santa Claus, but no one could see him, so it was kind of a dumb.
If there was one guy you could see in the pitch black, though,
it would be white bearded Santa Claus. Yeah,
that's right. How did you get into it?
So I had like a little bit of an advantage because I started writing jokes in like November of last year. Because I started listening to Joe Rogan and Kill Tony. Like I got into Kill Tony a bunch, and then Matt and Shane's secret podcast. Theo Vaughn, and then watching some just clips on like TikTok. Like I haven't even watched that many specials because I've heard someone else say it. Like I don't want to copy anyone else's style. So I feel like when I watch specials, like I might copy their delivery or the way they hold the microphone or the way they walk on stage or like their tone and stuff. And I don't want to copy anybody. I want to try to be as original and find my own like voice. So
if you're not doing it on purpose, then I don't know. It's like if you find yourself like, oh, I'm totally copying whatever, Theo Vaughn or something, then you can be like, well, maybe take it down a notch. But I don't know. Once again, like, I mean, he's very original. Yeah. So if you were copying him, then it would be noticeable.
It'd be pretty obvious.
I mean, there's so many stand-ups that it's like, I'm sure my style, which I don't even know what it is at this point, but is probably similar to a couple people.
Someone out there.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to copy anybody, obviously, but it happens, I'm sure. But
I think there's a benefit of watching like good specials too, though, because then you can learn.
Yeah.
Like without copying, you can learn how they work with the audience and deliver, but it's also hard because like they're known, like Shane Gillis, right?
Yeah.
The advantage of being that big is people are gonna laugh at you. No offense, I mean he's hilarious, but like
of course.
People are always gonna laugh. He could tell the dumbest joke. He'd walk on stage and say like poo poo, and the whole audience would laugh because he's just known. Like versus us, the open micers, nobody knows us. We have to we have to earn that thing. We have to go up there and fight for it.
Yeah, when you're spending $50, $100 a ticket to see a big name like that, you're like, well, I'm laughing even if they're funny or not. Like I just paid $100. So definitely an advantage. Obviously they're way funnier than us, but it is. I heard Nate Bargatze talking about it on his podcast about how he doesn't really like that anymore. Like
doesn't like what?
Just like to the point where like he's so big that people are coming to see him, and it's hard to even tell if the jokes are like good anymore, and so material can fall off. I think it was Nate, or it was maybe Dusty Slay. It was one of the guys on that podcast.
That makes sense. I feel like that'd be, if I was that big, that's what I'd be insecure about. Are people just coming to my shows and laughing just because I'm a big name, or is it because I'm actually funny?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you obviously have to be very funny to become a big name.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a lot of people, you can see it like later in people's careers after they're like really famous for a long time. Like the material is not quite as good. Because the funniest stuff is relatable stuff to the audience. And you're like, I was driving my $1 million Ferrari.
Flying first
class.
And
you're like, I don't relate to any of that.
No, I think relatable comedy is my favorite. Because like average people like you and me, it's like our everyday life. Like, oh, that's hilarious. Like, oh, that happens to me all the time at work. Like stuff like that. Versus these, no offense, these like big guys, they fly first class, they have like a nice house and stuff. It's harder, and they admit it. Like they admit it's harder to make up stuff when you're on the road and you're on a plane all the time. Yeah, because it's not normal life.
No, it's not. Yeah, people. I feel like audience members, which I have been an audience member many times. It is fun to be like, oh, we relate, me and this comedian. We're going through the same thing, and that makes it funnier. But I kind of cut you off. How did you get into it?
I was mainly listening to podcasts, watching Kill Tony. Started listening to Kill Tony like every week, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then I found out it's only in Austin, Texas, occasionally when they go to like arenas though. Yeah. But I was like, I want to sign up for that sometime. And I was like, I might start stand-up comedy. I might try it. So I started writing down jokes in my notes app. Yeah. From like November. Yeah. And so I had written jokes from November until June. But it was very sporadically. It was like maybe like a joke a week. It wasn't something I was like prepared to go on stage for. It was just like, oh, if I ever start it, this is really funny. And then eventually I started getting so into Kill Tony and stuff. I was like, dude, I'm going to go fly down there and sign up. And I was like, I got to get jokes written. Yeah. And if I want to get on Kill Tony, I don't want to go up there and be like, oh, it's my first time. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to sign up. Yeah. And luckily I got my date 2 days before I left. So I left Thursday and I got on Tuesday, and I thought I did pretty good. I have the original video, but it was recorded on a crappy phone, so it's really bad.
Who was there?
Just a couple of my best friends.
Who, like on the, how did it go? Like you performed in Austin?
Oh, no.
Okay. The original time you went up at
Spokane Comedy Club, yeah.
I was like,
I unfortunately did not get on Kill Tony. If I bombed, you'd never find out. I would not tell anybody. Yeah. But I thought I had some good jokes written. I had some, because, it's called Kill Tony, and so I wanted to, like, roast Tony. And so I had a really good roast for him. Yeah. That I'm still saving in case I ever on that show.
Well, but don't share it.
Yeah. I ended up meeting Shane Gillis outside the comedy club, and I was like, yo, are you hosting tonight? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, my gosh, bro. If I get on, I'm going in front of Shane Gillis. So I went into full panic mode. I'm like, oh, my gosh. Like, one of my favorite comics, one of the biggest guys, is hosting tonight. And that was, I think, like an hour before the show started.
How do they decide who gets on? Do you know?
For the hosts?
For the Kill Tony comedians that go up and do the 1 minute. Is it like a drawing?
Oh, so yeah, you put your name in a bucket and they draw it out.
Oh, really?
An average of 250 people sign up. Yeah. So I was packed into a sweaty hot bar. It's like 95 degrees in Austin. It was June. Yeah. And there's just, dude, all walks of life. I'm talking like 18-year-old. Well, I think they made an exception because you can sign up at, no, maybe not. I think it was 21 and up. Okay. But I was one of the youngest. I mean, there was people in their 60s and 70s. Yeah. There was like transgenders. There was like big gays, bis, everybody, all walks of life. Literally every single person you can imagine was in that bar. Yeah. And so it was a crazy experience. And I got to see a few people that had been on before. Mm-hmm. I think her name's Sherry. She was an older woman, but I was talking to her. And every time they ran a producer to come into the bar and call your name out. So it'd be like, Mike Willis, you here? And then every time he ran in there, bro, my heart was just, was it going to be CJ Kaiserman?
Dang, dude. Didn't end up getting up. Insane experience.
But yeah, that episode was pretty good. I ended up watching it. James McCann was on it too. Okay, Shane and James. And there were some killers on there, but I always hate watching that show. And especially when I was there and seeing someone absolutely eat it, like they're drunk, they're wasted. This is my first time ever doing it. And Tony's like, why would you do this? Yeah. It's like, that could have been me or someone else. That could have been an actual comic trying.
How many get up typically?
I think it's around 10. high or low of 10. So like 8 to 12.
Dang, dude.
So the chances are so low.
Yeah.
And I went into it knowing like I'm probably not gonna get drawn.
Yeah. Is that once a week?
Yeah, it's every Monday.
Man.
Yeah. So I flew down there for multiple reasons to hang out and check out Austin.
Yeah.
Kill Tony was part of it. It wasn't like I spent $600 just to go sign up and not get on.
Yeah.
But that was probably 50% of my reason for going down there.
Yeah. Dang.
But it was still fun. I got to see. Do you know who Lemaire Lee is?
Mm-hmm.
I got to see him do stand up. Unfortunately, my best friend was 20 at the time, and every club there was 21 and up.
Oh man.
So like Tim Dillon was in town, and I couldn't see him because my buddy was 20. Bunch of killers were.
Tell your buddy to put his ear to the door.
Seriously. So yeah, that was that. It was still a fun time though. But yeah, that's basically what got me into comedy. Was Kill Tony and podcasts,
Yeah.
just watching comedians, and I thought I also thought I was a funny guy too. I think it was just like being in high school and making people laugh. I'm
Totally.
Like, I could do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, it is a cool feeling to make people laugh. I've been writing jokes for probably over 2 years.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, you got me beat.
I mean, like, if I think of something, I'll write it down.
Okay.
I was never planning on, like, I'd never planned to do stand-up.
Yeah.
But I was like, if I ever do, maybe here's some things that I think is funny. And most of them are not at all. I've read back.
I bet they're funny. I think you should try some on stage.
I've done some stuff that I had written in the past, but not probably in the past like 6 months, not like 2 years ago. I think the first joke I wrote down on there, which actually isn't a bad joke. It's like, I got married when I was 21, and some people said that was too young, but I think 21 is actually the perfect age. I've been drunk the entire time I've been married.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I remember watching your first set ever and the shark joke. I'm not gonna spoil it, but dude, you killed that night, and you were one of the funniest people. I don't think I was on. I think I was just Lucky Bucket. But that's why I came up to you and was like, dude, what's your Instagram? Like, you killed it that night.
Thanks.
Was that your first? No, that was like your second.
That was the second one.
It was so funny, your entire set. Because I think you started with a shark joke. It was one of your first few.
Yeah, I don't think I closed on it. I closed on that the next time I went up because it got such a good reaction.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm trying to think. That was literally the only one that I don't have recorded. The first,
that was probably your best.
I think it was, and I'm gonna continue to think it was my best because I will never watch it back. So, first time went well. I don't know if you were there the first time I went up.
No, I don't think I was.
It was good. I was surprised how good it was. Humble brag, I guess. So I have that one recorded, just voice memos. And then after I got off the second time, I was like, man, I feel like I did really well. I'm like, I forgot to record it. So lame. So then I've been recording it just on my phone, like video.
Yeah, that's what I did my first time.
Yeah.
I'm using my buddy's camera. This is my best friend's camera.
Oh, nice.
But I don't have my own camera, so he lets me use it 'cause he rarely touches it.
It's very nice. Did I meet him?
Nice.
Is that?
Yeah, Nick.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out
Nick.
Nick.
He's a cool guy.
We just got back from Mount Rainier, which was crazy. We drove all the way there at 7 o'clock, got there at 1:30 a.m.
You drove at 7 p.m.?
Yeah.
Why?
Because my buddy
wait for the next morning.
Yeah, my buddy refuses to take the day off work or get off early, so he got off work at like 5:30, went home, showered, packed. Didn't even pack before his trip. This dude, I know he's listening to this. This dude packs like right before he leaves, and I told him like, hey, we want to get on the road at 7 p.m. We're gonna get there at 1 a.m. Just pack before the day.
Yeah,
He's like, it's gonna take that long. So
you stay at a hotel or something?
No, we just camped out in a tent.
Oh my
on
gosh!
the side of
So
the road.
let me get this straight. You drove at 7 p.m.
Yep.
Talking to you, Nick, right?
Yes. Got
there at 1:30, and then you guys just went to bed.
We parked on the side of the road, literally right off the side of the road, and pitched the tent and went to bed, as in didn't fall asleep. I got maybe 1 hour sleep. Camping is not the easiest sleeping environment, especially when it's on rocks and gravel and like we're right by a road, dude. At 4 a.m. cars start flying.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what the heck?
I wouldn't say I'm much of a camper.
Really?
No.
I look like you'd be a camper.
Yeah.
The camping vibes.
I pose.
I can't wear that hat, not camp.
That's true.
You don't have the hair.
Yeah, no. Last time I camped, well, my family goes camping every year, but that's it. We usually leave early. They'll stay for like 5 days, and we'll show up. And
you and the wife?
Yeah, and then the kids don't sleep, and then I'm like,
yeah,
which means we don't sleep. Tough. And then I'm like, I have a perfectly functional bed at home.
Yeah, dude,
and
you missed
I can,
that bed.
Yeah,
yeah,
I could go. But
camping's a humbling experience.
Yeah, I like cabin camping.
Yeah,
we went up to Priest Lake for 4th of July with my wife's family, and we got a nice cabin right on the water, nice. And yeah, it was.
Those cabins are great. Sweet. I've stayed in was it Hills or you remember?
It was right by Hills. It was if you're going up, it was like probably another 5 miles north of Hills.
Yeah, I've stayed in a couple cabins. I dated a girl who had a pretty wealthy family, so
they were
very nice enough to bring us up there.
My wife's parents definitely have a little bit of money. They're not going to see this. I don't know why. Yeah, they got some money. They have like a $100,000 Sprinter van.
Oh, jeez. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's all decked out camping.
Yeah.
She'd be like, my friend wants to borrow. But we could have brought that to the camping with my family. We were offered it, and my wife was like, what if we break it? And I'm like,
break a Sprinter van?
I'm not going to break it. What are you talking about?
She's things are meant for like off-road.
Yes, right. I'm like, it is literally meant for camping.
Yeah.
This is perfect. It wants to be used for camping.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe next time. I don't know. I don't camp. So
yeah, there was so many people. We went on a weekend, and the weather's it was like the last couple weeks of the weather being nice. So as expected, it was very busy. But there was a lot of, again, different people up there. Like a lot of, I'm sure, I don't know if they were like, what do you call them? Tourists from like other countries. Mm-hmm. But like a lot of Spanish-speaking people, Asians, Koreans, like a lot of people speaking different languages and from different places. So I don't know if they lived in Washington or not. But I also know like Seattle's got a lot of Asian population. Yes, so right across the pond there. Yeah. But this is so crazy. It's hilarious. Me and Nick noticed this when we were driving. Not every single, that's an exaggeration. A lot of drivers that were Asian, and this is not racist.
Here
this
we
is
go.
A fact.
Okay. Every time somebody says
dangerous.
This is not racist,
but every single slow driver we drove behind had a student driving sticker, and they were Asian.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. It was the craziest thing. It was like, another slow driver. We pass them. They're Asian. It has a student sticker, or like a new driver, student driver, or something like that. We found 3 cars with Asian drivers that had that sticker on there, and we started to theorize maybe they just put those on there because they know they
like people
statistically or stereotypically don't drive well, and I'm just saying this is what I saw with my own eyes. I'm not making this up. Not racist. They put the sticker on the back, and it was the funniest thing ever. I still can't figure it out, but yeah, that's what we saw, and every slow driver had a student sticker sign. It was so funny.
I should throw I don't drive slow, I don't think, but
be a good excuse.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if you do something stupid, you're like,
you just slap that sticker on there.
You're like, I'm a student driver.
Sir, you are 35 years old.
Like,
what?
Yeah.
You have 3 kids in the back. How are you a student driver? I just got my license off.
Yeah, exactly. My license picture is it's from when I'm 15 and a half.
Still in high school?
Yeah.
Your permit picture?
My permit picture.
That's crazy.
So when I got my license, I just did it online. They're like, you can use the same picture as your permit.
That's what
I was like, great. And then I turned 21 April of 2020. That math doesn't check out. It was shut down.
4 years ago?
Yeah.
During COVID when it was shut down?
It was during COVID, yeah. It was, April 2020. So everything was shut down in March. And I had to do it online again. So, they sent it, and it's me smiling with my braces, and it's pretty nice.
That's funny.
Yeah. And it doesn't expire until for another 2 years, so.
Yeah, I think they make you take a new picture at a certain point, right?
I would imagine. I would imagine it's at least 21, and then I don't know.
Well, I'm 21. When I did the same thing and it was open. So I turned 21 last year, and I did the same thing where you go online, you can use the same picture. But I think at some point they have to say, like, hey, buddy, you look a lot older than this.
Yeah, every time I give my license to wherever,
I can only imagine. They're like, what?
It's every time it's the same. Every time it's the same.
12 years old.
Yeah,
you can't come to this bar, son.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, it was me. I used to have like a bigger beard, and that did not help my case.
At 15?
No.
Oh,
like,
I was like, wait.
I usually have a beard.
Gotcha.
I've had the mustache for about a month.
I'm a little jealous. I've been growing this one out. It's pathetic.
Oh, get a little. Here's a true story that's embarrassing, and you can do this. I won't tell anybody. I didn't have a very impressive mustache. I have pretty light hair. I mean, it's still pretty light.
Yeah.
And so we were doing family pictures. It was like pretty much right when I had gotten married. So I was 21, and my wife took her like thing for eyebrows, like makes them darker or whatever, and
on your stash, the mustache,
and it looked good.
And it was brown.
It just made it made it a little bit darker. That's crazy. It didn't look insane. Yeah, I mean we didn't go overboard, I wouldn't say, but it was.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, now I have to use I don't have a girlfriend, so I have to use my sisters or something.
Yeah.
But that's a smart move.
No girlfriend, huh?
Until I get in the swimming pool and they're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Where'd that stash go?
You want a girlfriend, or are you just kind of too busy right now? Or
a little busy on the.
Because you're thinking about moving, right? Is that still something?
Austin, Texas is the place we're looking, but I wouldn't mind like North Carolina or Florida. North
Carolina is awesome. I was there like a year and a half ago. My friend he's coming tonight. He's from North Carolina, so I went and visited him, and then we road tripped all the way back. He was moving back to Spokane.
Dang.
So we drove. Yeah, 3 days, 12 hours each day.
Jeez.
And then
that's
just
a drive.
Yeah.
That's what I'd have to do because I have to take my truck and the U-Haul.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I don't like a lot. It seems like I don't like road trips.
Yeah.
But it was fun having when it's with your best friend. It's fun.
Yeah, it is better than being by yourself or something.
Yeah, better than being with my wife.
Oh, dude, those road trips by yourself, that'll make it go crazy.
Oh, dude, yeah,
It'll make it go nuts.
Yeah, I don't like road trips. And then kids in the back screaming, and you're like trying to throw them as much candy as possible, and then
you're just hucking the Reese's back there.
Exactly. Shut up. Yeah.
Is it like kind of when you have like kids in the backseat on road trips? It kind of be like, oh, that's what I was like when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. It's not gonna happen for a long, long time, but I'm excited for my kids to have kids and be
see
like,
how
you guys were so annoying.
Yeah.
No, I like my kids.
That's good.
Yeah, I'll put that on the record. I like my children. It's fun. It's so no girlfriend. I'm just gonna keep saying it to rub it in.
Yeah, and I've been single for like almost 2 years now.
Okay.
But I've just been focusing on life. I went to college. I got a marketing degree, a bachelor's.
Oh, sweet.
And I have a marketing job. It's like it's for a small business here in Spokane, that I won't name in case I say anything on the podcast.
Oh man, bad marketer. He's
not
even naming that.
I do their social media marketing stuff. It doesn't pay much because it's a small business. But I had this idea where I could do that for a ton of small businesses. Because get this, I was still in school. I was finishing up my last quarter, and the store had just opened up. And I walked in there and I was like, "Hey, can I do your social media marketing?" And they're like, "Yeah." It was that easy. Not really. They said, "Show us some examples, and then we'll talk." And then 2 weeks later, they're like, "Yeah, we'd actually love to hire you." And then, so I was like, "Oh, that was easy.
Nice.
Certainly, I can do that for more businesses,
for sure.
right?" The next 15 businesses I go into, no.
Oh,
I was
really?
like, my first try, I got it. And then I was like, oh, that was so easy. I'm going to have like so many clients. Everybody's going to want to hire me. And then I went into like 15, 20 more businesses and all of them said no. And the reason was because I maybe was probably targeting the wrong businesses that couldn't afford it because you have to make a certain amount of money to be able to spend on marketing.
For sure.
And I think I was just targeting too small like mom and pop shops that just couldn't afford it, which I understand.
Yeah. So, what kind of store is the one you're working with?
It's a toy store.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, but they actually make a pretty decent amount of money. Yeah, I tried starting my own little business of trying to do that, and I went out literally door to door, which probably got me over my fear of like, I never liked talking to random adults as a kid. You know? It's pretty terrifying, probably for everybody.
Yeah,
you'd be lying if you say you don't. But I'd have to just go in by myself with like my little laptop and papers and be like, "Hey, sir, do you have 5 minutes of your time?" A lot of times it was like, "No, get out the door." But a few times they'd actually listen to me. They'd get my business card and they'd think about it. Never get a call back, of course. But
when they say, "Well, think about it," it's always basically a no.
I've had so many people that'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'd actually love to." I had a 2-week free trial where I said I would do it for them for 2 weeks for completely free, no strings attached, no contract, nothing.
Yeah.
And if they like it, hire me. If they don't, go our separate ways. And like 3 people said, yeah, I'd love to start that trial. I'm like, awesome. Here's my email. Never got an email.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, what would they have to lose on?
Exactly. That was my motto. I was like, not my motto, but like my brand.
2 week money back
business
guarantee.
plan. Yeah. I was like, 2 weeks free. Who can say no to that?
Yeah.
Like, no strings attached. You don't have to sign anything. I'm not saying you have to pay me later. Literally 2 weeks for free. And if you don't like it, we go our separate ways. But no one wanted to do that for some reason. I thought I had this genius business plan that was going to make me like 6 figures.
Yeah. I feel like even as an adult, I am still scared to talk to adults.
Yeah.
Anybody who's like a little bit older than me.
Does it get easier, guys?
Yeah.
Like,
at what age?
Yeah. When does it get easier?
Yeah, I'm 26 and I deal with, I'm in, 4 different people's houses pretty much every day. And I feel like they think that I'm a child.
Yeah.
And,
tattoos and stash helps though. I'm
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Put a picture of your wife and kids.
Right,
sure.
exactly.
I
try to
actually, I am
bring
26 years old. Yeah.
I'm actually the owner.
I have to
here.
go pick up my son from school later today.
Exactly.
My second son from school today.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be nice if the kids were in school.
Oh yeah, they're too young, huh?
Yeah, my son's 3 and 3.5. I don't know when you stop doing halves.
At least you don't say like 36 months.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my daughter will be 2 next month or
Awesome.
in November.
At what point are you not allowed to say months anymore? I think 18 is like the cutoff.
I think 18. I am okay with up to 2.
Yeah,
24
I think that's
months.
fair.
I'd rather you stop at 18 though.
Well, because at 18, at that point you can just say almost 2. Just say almost 2.
Yeah, a year and a half is also whatever.
But like the girls love it.
2.
The women love it. They just love saying, 14 months.
Yeah.
Like you ask a dad and he goes, 1 and something. You ask a woman.
And she's born in.
Yeah, he's doing the math in his head. But you ask a woman, they're like 12 months, 47 days, and 3 hours. And like, that's a little odd, but 47 days is also an extra month.
They're definitely more maternal.
Yeah.
That's where the word comes from, obviously. But no, I have always wanted to have kids young. It was me pushing it more
really?
than my wife. Yeah.
Props to you.
Yeah, on our first date,
Young
I
dad.
told her I wanted kids.
First date meeting her? Or like first date?
Yeah.
Wow, look at
First time I
you.
ever met
Starting it early.
Yeah, she likes to embellish. She tells me that I was like, I want to get married in like a year and a half, and I want kids in like 3 years. My recollection
She's making it up.
is I was trying to have a conversation with her as you do on a first date, and I said, where do you want to be in 5 years? And then she asked me the same question. I said, I'd like to be married, maybe a kid, maybe 2, whatever.
So she interpreted that as spaced out.
Yeah, she's like,
oh, that was her fault.
Yeah, she broke up with me
oh, really?
a couple times.
Wow.
Once.
So you're saying there's hope.
Whatever.
No.
It's.
Anyways.
Yeah, so we went out on a couple dates, and then she's like, I don't really see this going anywhere. And I understood. I mean, she was in college and just, probably didn't plan on meeting a guy who, in her words, was like, I want to marry you now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which
wasn't by that.
the case, but I
whatever.
can understand her interpretation.
Yeah.
She just wasn't. Her 5-year plan and my 5-year plan were not very close. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I was like, I kind of like her. So I pursued a little bit.
Kept chasing?
Yeah, and I was I was moving to Austin, Texas.
Oh, really?
January of, I don't even know at this point, 2018, I think. And we had went on like one more date or something, and I told her, she's like, so I hear you're moving, because I posted it on Twitter, hoping she would see. And that's where we met.
Strategy.
Actually.
Look at this guy. Wow.
I DM'd her on Twitter. Yeah, we'd never met. I was like, she's kind of cute. She was living in Olympia at the time. She's from Spokane, but she was playing volleyball for
college on
over
there.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So then I was like, yeah, unless you declare your love for me before I go, then I guess I'll have to stay. Whatever, it's cheesy.
Master manipulator.
Yeah, no, whatever. And so I was like, I'll text you when I'm leaving or something. And so a couple weeks later, I texted her. I'm such a D-bag. I texted her. I just said January 1st with a period and send it. She's like, "What does this even mean?" And then I was like, "That's
letting her know when New Year's
is." Yeah. It's New Year's Day. Also, I'm leaving then. And she said, "What does that even mean?" I was like, "That's when I'm leaving, unless you, whatever. I don't even like." And then, we hung out that night, and then we've been dating ever since then.
You're living this freaking Hallmark movie, dude.
I guess,
You're literally living a Hallmark movie. That is crazy.
With a couple of other things that, I don't know. She definitely didn't have, because let's see, 5 years from, so we've been dating now for 7 years.
Okay.
We've been married for 5. So 5 years from that moment, we had been married for 3 years, and we had one kid and almost another. She was 9 or 8 months pregnant because we got married in October. It'll be our 5-year anniversary in October 5th. So yeah, it was not the original plan for her.
This is the 5-year plan. You're 5 years now, right?
Look, I got my 5-year plan.
Yeah.
She changed hers a little bit.
Yeah.
But
women.
Seems like she's having a good time. Yeah. She's also technically still in college. I hope she doesn't see this.
She can watch the first half.
Yeah. So yeah, she was like, I don't know. We graduated high school in 2016. She went to Evergreen State College.
Okay.
In Olympia.
On the west side, yeah.
Yeah. If you know anything about Evergreen, it's basically a joke of a college. It's a liberal arts college, and they don't actually grade papers. It's like you don't really have real grades. So when she transferred to Eastern, none of her credits transferred. So she lost her entire freshman year.
That's tough.
Then we met her sophomore year. We got married. Must have been her senior year, but technically it was her junior year.
Yeah.
She didn't get the credits. And then we got pregnant pretty much right away. So we got married in October, pregnant in June or I don't know, something.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So she, she, stop calling me. It's not her.
I was gonna say, she knows you're talking about it.
I can hear.
She's actually outside right there by the window.
So then she took a quarter off, which makes sense. I mean, she just had a baby. And then
fair enough.
She went back for another quarter, and then she took another quarter off.
She's just on a long suspended break.
And then it's been 3 years.
3 year break. 3 year break.
And she has a semester to get her degree.
Oh, so all she does is go back for a semester.
Yeah. And she can do it online. And so whatever. It's whatever. She likes being a stay-at-home mom, I guess. I mean,
that's good, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for, man. It's harder to find. Those women, they want to go to the moon nowadays, dude. Yeah. They want to do everything.
There's a woman in the moon right now, and she's stuck. Or I guess she's not at the moon, but
in the space
somewhere. There's also a guy. So.
Yeah, is it how many people?
It's just 2, I believe. Just 2? Yeah.
They're definitely hooking up, you think?
There is a possibility.
Once you get to that point where you're stuck up there, you got to make a family up there at that point.
I guess
I think marriage is different in outer space. You're married on Earth, and then you get to outer space. Really different.
Yeah, they are coming back, I don't know, in January or something.
Oh, they're actually making a plan for them?
Yeah, but I mean, the plan was not for them to be stuck. So
no, seriously.
I don't know if I'm trusting the plan moving forward. But, apparently, I don't know if I did a little joke about it last week. They're sending 2 ballots up to give to them.
Really?
Which is just ridiculous.
That's hilarious.
It's
What do they vote for?
My hope is, well, number one, if they just cancel each other out, then that would be ridiculous. Because then we just spent, I don't know, $10 million of taxpayer money. It's
going to be so expensive to send them a ballot.
Yeah. And if I was them, I'd just jump on the ship going back home after the ballots are dropped off.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
how it works. They can't do sign language up there? T for Trump.
No, yeah,
K for Kamala.
Yeah, call it in or something.
Yeah.
I mean, technically that's illegal, but I feel
I don't think being stuck in space is legal either, though.
I say everybody who's on Earth, let's vote before to see if we allow them to just call it in. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Let's make an exception. Let's have Biden sign an executive order. These 2, we're going to have them just put up a K or a T. It's going to be that easy.
The problem is number one, if they cancel each other out, then that's, if one votes for Harris and one votes for Trump, then it's like, what was even the point? Nothing happened there.
Money.
And then if they did each vote for one of the people and they didn't know each other's political views, might start some fighting for the next couple months. And that might be bad.
Each other. Might be one left.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder, they should make a new electoral college up there. It should be a new state.
Yes, I did think that.
There's going to be 51 states now. They're going to be worth 1 point.
Yes.
Whoever wins up there. So if they cancel each other out, it's really a bad draw. There's going to be like a bug up there that can make the final decision.
No, there's not a chance either of them are voting for Trump, I wouldn't say. Because it's going to probably be broadcast who they're voting for at some point. And even if they were Trump fans,
on TV.
No. That is not good.
Yeah.
I think he's from Ohio and she's from New York. So I guess the Ohio vote makes sense. It's a swing state, right? But New York,
she's definitely
come on, she doesn't need it.
She's definitely voting the Harris train.
Yeah, but it's like that. I mean, even if she does, it's not even going to matter. New York is always voting Democrat. Ohio, his vote might
a little more
change.
State,
yeah.
Can you imagine if his vote was the deciding vote? They're just waiting on him. That rocket's coming back. Yeah. They have to wait like 2 weeks for that little thing to come back. Yeah. That'd be hilarious. He comes back. He voted for an independent. I'm putting my ticket for RFK. You're like, dude.
Yeah, that would be so tough to be up there that long. I think it was supposed to be like a week mission.
Yeah,
a couple
and then
week
it
mission.
went awry or something.
Apparently. I mean, I don't know.
Man, that would suck.
What happened technically. But yeah, they... I don't know when. I think they've been up there for like probably 4 months or something at this point. Yeah. They got another few to go, I believe.
I don't know. It might be a nice little vacation from the wife and kids,
Could be.
Depending on the girl, though, she might be.
I was going to say, you still got to deal with the...
Complaining about she can't put her makeup on with the space helmet on or something.
Like lipstick.
Yeah.
Grab it.
That is interesting. I did hear a little bit about the guy from someone talking about it on a podcast, but I don't know much about it.
Yeah,
it was a crazy situation. I think I saw like the daughter being interviewed and how she was just really sad about her dad being away or something.
Yeah,
'cause he has kids. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he's married and has children. I don't know about the woman, but I don't know about Shouty, but she's gonna have a husband after this.
Yeah, seriously, they better make it up there.
Yeah, I don't know how big the area is either.
Yeah, sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah,
imagine having to explain that to your wife, honey. Nothing is happening.
Yeah, well, I just wondered what kind of smells happen in.
It's gotta be
a lot. I mean, you can't. Yeah, you can't roll the window down.
Can you just lull the bathroom?
Yeah,
I don't call it. Hazardous waste into space. Just let it float away.
What goes up must come down. I mean, I don't know. Get hit with a.
They used to do that on planes. You know that?
Yeah.
Until frozen turds were falling on people. They had to end it.
I did hear something about that. I think, but
way back in air travel.
Yeah, apparently they'd like just drop off all of the excess like food and waste into the ocean from.
Oh, sick.
Like big, like Carnival cruises or whatever.
Oh.
And that's not good.
No, I mean you gotta feed the fish, right?
That's true. Yeah, there is usually some fish following, is what I've heard. But
there's probably plastics and stuff too.
Yeah, it's a mess. I don't even know the solution. Don't call me Greta Thunberg or whatever her name is.
I had a good Greta. That's another one. I have it on my phone. I had a really funny Greta Thunberg joke, and all I wrote was Skittles wrapper and Greta Thunberg. And then I looked back on a week later, and I was like, dude, that was so funny in my head for some reason. And then it was.
I like the start.
Gone. I mean, there's something there. Skittles wrapper.
There's definitely
Make a lot of jokes better though. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to stay. The first time that I did stand up, I did a joke about Helen Keller.
Did you tell it a second time?
Maybe.
It sounds familiar.
I might have done it twice.
You did. I think it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's not a bad joke, but it's like, I don't know. Is it? But once again, how original do I have to be? Like if a joke is funny, and even though it's like a worn out premise, if the joke is funny, then the joke is funny.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
The idea is to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And so if it's easy to make fun of Helen Keller. She can't see or hear, right? Yeah. It's pretty easy.
What a weirdo.
Yeah. I have a joke I'm going to do tonight about my grandma who, we got a Amber Alert.
Oh, we got an
Everybody
Amber
be
Alert.
on the lookout.
All right, we're going to do that. We're going to go find her.
It's shoot. Not shoot.
Oh,
good. It's just a dust warning. said, shoot.
A dust warning in Spokane, Washington. Interesting.
Everybody be on the lookout for dust.
Probably for the Cheney people.
Yeah. My grandma, or Gran, she's English. She's dead, but she was blind and deaf.
Oh,
legally blind. And yeah, so I have a joke about her that I'm gonna do. I did it yesterday, and it went pretty well.
That's good.
So yeah, I'll do that again. Yeah, I met her a handful of times. Been to England 4 times, I think.
Oh, she was in England.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. My 2 oldest siblings were born in England. My mom has a British accent.
You look like you'd be an Irish folk.
I think lineage is technically Irish, Scottish, or something. But my mom was born and raised in England, and then my dad was in the Air Force, was stationed over there. They met. They had my two oldest siblings there, and then
you move them back to United States.
Yeah, and then he got stationed in Fairchild. And then so that's when my parents moved back here.
Oh, cool. What a nice love story.
It's
your whole family's a Hallmark movie.
That's right. It's something.
It's my love story.
Yeah, I have 5 siblings. So
okay.
I have, 1 sister. She's the oldest, and then I have 4 brothers, and then
you're that close.
Yeah, I don't know if I want 6. I did say I wanted 6.
You wanted 6?
Yeah, that's what I told my wife when we met. That may have done it.
That might have cooked the clock.
Yeah, she was smart to leave. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it,
multiple times you guys broke up though, huh?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Yeah, you'd have to ask her. You can ask her tonight.
That'd be crazy.
I halfway kidnapped her once. It's a long story, but
we don't have to get. If it's too personal, we're good.
It's Yeah, I don't know. I think I just thought it was maybe a little bit more serious than she did. And so, yeah, I don't know. I hadn't really dated people.
Yeah, she was your, one and only.
Yeah, I had one.
Total Hallmark movie.
One girlfriend before her. Oh. It was 2 or 3 months. And then it was her. And so I didn't really know. I'm pleading ignorance on this.
Yeah.
We were 19. And I was just like, I don't want to get broken up with again.
Yeah, it is tough. Heartbreak sucks.
Yeah.
You learn a lot. And it worked out for you guys to get back together. So
that's true. Good. Yeah, it did. Love you, honey.
She's watching this.
Yeah.
I don't think we said anything too bad. I think we're in the clear.
No, we're fine.
I am. She's not going to do anything to me, hopefully.
No. She's actually, she's Asian, so.
Oh, she is?
No, just kidding.
I was going to say, I thought I'd seen pictures of her. I'm like, maybe 5%, but I'm in trouble now.
She's white, very white. Not very white. I actually thought she was 25% black the first time we met, at least, or maybe half. Yeah. Everybody showed pictures of her
skin or hair.
Yeah, she used to. Kids kind of made her hair straighter, but well, I mean, the pregnancy hormone. I don't know how it works.
These jokes, as a parent, because I'm not a parent, but I understand them. Right there.
She had very, very curly hair.
Oh, okay.
And the first picture one of the pictures I saw of her, it was her senior pictures, so she was pretty tan and curly hair. And yeah, my whole family thought she was black. Huh. Even when they met her the first couple times, I'm like, no, she's white.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can't really see it much anymore. But if you go stalk my wife on Instagram, scroll back, go find
down
some
deep.
Yeah, don't like any pictures.
Yeah,
but she'll know.
My buddy loved doing that to me. I'd show him a girl, and he'd go down there and
oh my gosh,
you have to block him on everything.
Yeah.
I go to the Instagram and block him on all accounts. Oh, it's brutal. Can't do that
horrible
again,
friend.
Friends. No, yeah.
Was it Nick again?
It was. Shout out Nick.
Nick, sounds like you might be his only friend.
Yeah, no, I do have more friends, I promise. I have a lot of military friends. They're across. One's in Hawaii. One's over here in Seattle, actually. And then the other one is in Colorado.
Were you in the military?
I was not.
Oh.
Thought about it. I totally got on the recruiter. Have you ever talked to a recruiter, dude?
A little bit,
God,
yeah.
They just want to get you in there.
I know.
They won't. They're so persistent.
They'll send you 9 texts the next couple days.
Dude, the texts. They showed up to my work because they found out where I worked. And he walked in because the office was right across the thing. And he'd walk in every time I worked. I'm like, bro, get a restraining order.
Yeah. My brother had a good line. He was working. I can't remember where he was working, but a military recruiter came up and said, "Have you thought about joining the military?" And my brother said, Just thought about it. Not interested.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you got to leave it so short because they're kind of like Mormon missionaries.
Yeah. Oh, I love talking to Mormons. Oh, I love. Oh, they blacklisted me. They don't show up to my house anymore. I love talking theology.
That's awesome.
And so we were chatting. I had a lot of questions. Fun. They didn't have a lot of answers. So they said, well, you can meet with some of the higher ups. And I said, great. So I went to set up a meeting, went to Subway with some of the higher up.
That's crazy.
Elders, or I think they're all elders maybe. I don't know.
Surprised I didn't meet you at Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is Christian, man.
That's true. We got to stay away from there.
Yeah.
But anyways. I said they, not me.
Love Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. You get a sponsor for this podcast?
Chick-fil-A? Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. We love Chick-fil-A.
So then I met with the people. They didn't have any answers to my questions. They said you can meet with other people. So I met with the third group. Up the
list.
And then they didn't have any answers. And then they're like, all right, well, we're not allowed to meet with you anymore.
That's crazy, bro. Beat the system.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like the Army recruiters are just as persistent as them. Probably. It's like the same deal. They just keep coming to your house, keep texting you, keep emailing you.
Yeah.
I wonder if they learn from each other.
Well, then do what I did and just be really, really annoying to them. They'll be like, actually, I don't know. We don't want this guy at all.
Those trees are about to fall down out there.
Oh, dang.
I was wondering what that tapping was. Is there a windstorm? Is that what that warning was?
Yeah.
A dust
storm, which would make me think.
A little windy over there.
There's some wind connected to the dust, but.
Huh. Do you remember that windstorm? Were you in Spokane, that windstorm, like 7 years ago, knocked down a bunch of trees?
Yeah, knocked down a couple trees in my parents' backyard. Yeah. Fell down on their shed.
Shed.
No, house would have been
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
We was had inside of the house. They fell like on every single road, so we literally couldn't leave. So no school for like the rest of the week. It was pretty nice.
Nice. Yeah, I just graduated. I think it was 20.
It's like 2014, 15?
No, 16.
16, yeah, I was 16. I was like 8th grade.
Yeah, it was fall of 16.
Yeah.
You were in 8th grade in 2016? I guess that makes sense. You're 21.
Yeah, I'm 21.
I think I'm 24. Yeah. I'm 26. I was thinking, you were 3 years younger.
I think once you pass 21, there's just no point anymore.
Yeah, I
hit the limit.
Legitimately been corrected by my wife.
That's
telling
hilarious.
People that I'm like, last year I was like, I'm 23. And she's like, you're 23? I'm like, it's pretty much.
Yeah.
It's close enough. 3 years, what's
What's the difference?
Yeah.
You pass 21, it's the drinking and smoking age, and then it's like.
That's right.
That's all you're waiting for.
I don't remember anything past
16
that anyway.
to drive, 18 for being an adult, 21 for drinking, and then after that, it's just downhill, honestly.
Rent
Sorry,
a
guys.
car
it's
at
just
25.
Downhill. That's true. Rent a car.
Which seems like the silliest thing.
I know.
Why?
It's a struggle for traveling.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they chose 25. There's got to be something.
I don't know why they chose 21. Every other country's 18 or under.
18 makes sense.
Yeah.
The only problem is you're still in high school at 18.
That's true.
So I can get behind 18-year-old drinking age after you're graduated, but I don't know how you enforce that.
Maybe
really.
19, but that's still a weird age.
Yeah.
And then there's gonna be the kids that are held back.
Or you just cut high school off junior year.
There we go.
Problem cut school a whole year just so people can drink.
Kids gotta drink, dude.
Yeah.
Let's send them right into college. We'll do 5-year college and 3-year high school.
There you go.
So there's a trade-off.
Yeah. Where'd you go to college?
Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't go to college.
Oh yeah.
I was going to go. I don't know if I told you this at the Oban. I was gonna play basketball in college, and then I just decided not to. It was just gonna be like community college or like D3s.
I think you did tell me that. Yeah.
Was gonna play for. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I could have. I don't know. Sure, I wasn't planning on going to college anyway. Yeah. A lot of my friends played community college, and I'm just as good as them. One of them, a couple of them are definitely better than me. So KJ, if you're watching this, I'm not talking about you, buddy. He would text me so quick.
Really? Yeah. You got to the end of the pod.
What did you say about me? Think you were as good as me?
Well, we probably got to wrap this up.
All right.
We have like 6 minutes to get out of here.
Okay.
But everybody, do you want to shout out anything? Anybody want to follow your Instagram? You good?
If you want to follow my Instagram, sure. I don't really post any comedy. Maybe I'll start.
You get really funny and get big, and then you'll remember him from this pod.
Yeah, and I won't be back. My Instagram is Tknott, TKNOTT, with an underscore at the end of that.
I'll
free
put
to
that in
me.
the description too.
Great.
Well, thanks for having, or I guess I had you. Thanks for coming.
Yes,
I first guest.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Right here, let's meet in the middle.
Yeah.
There it is.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank
Follow
you, guys.
me on Instagram at cadenkaiserman. You can visit my link tree for my Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that fun stuff. And we'll catch you next week.
Serious business. All right.
All right. See you.
See ya.